Do you guys see Sabrina Carpenter be Wonder Woman while singing Man Child? I know Diana would have turned up in that audience. Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Astro, and if you don't know me, I like to open up my phone and say a lot of things about comic books. And I relate the things that I say about comic books to, peer-reviewed articles that I've read. On this lovely, fine day, we are talking about Wonder Woman. As I usually do, but it's not going to be fun today. On this channel, it's not fun, actually. I think I usually only upload on this channel when I have intense things to say. If you are new to Wonder Woman, if you are new to the zeitgeist of the character, even DC in general, and you hear the word New 52, if you're, not new to this, true to this, some would say, you kind of know, ooh, New 52. But if you are new to this, and maybe you just opened up a comic today, congratulations. Run. The New 52 is a wonderful, wonderful period of DC's publication history that's really cool and really amazing and is really well received. And it's really well received because if you go right now to your local comic shop and you go through the dollar bins, you'll find a lot of it. Wait, I forgot that I have Sabrina as my wallpaper. I said this before, but do you think she'd let me borrow it? Here specifically, I'm going to be talking about Wonder Woman's New 52 run, specifically issues 1 through 4. Only 1 through 4. That's enough, okay? That's enough. Here is the team that worked on these first 4 issues, and I have some really poignant things to say about the writing and the characterization within these first 4 issues. Just these first 4 issues. One of my qualifications, I like the Greek gods, a little bit, a bit. I actually want Enemies to be in this video. Where can I put him? I'll put him right here, so he can help me talk fast and maybe not get to my point. Thanks, King. One of my qualifications, I come to you as an individual that not only is a polytheist, a Hellenistic polytheist, but I'm also a studier of the occult and all those fun theological things and themes. He's making me laugh back there. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. I don't even have much to say about his portrayal in the actual He's cool. His design is not half bad either. He's just kind of there. It's fine. So, okay. The first 4 issues of New 52's Wonder Woman. Here is kind of this rapid fire summary that I'm just going to throw at you, okay? Watch me. The first 4 issues, 1 through 4. There is a woman, and guess what's inside this woman? The spawn of Zeus. And this is typical. These first 4 issues, okay? Quick fire summary. This girl Zola is pregnant with Zeus's child. Diana finds out. Hermes goes to collect Zola and is like, hey, you have this baby in you. And it's Zeus's. Diana finds out, goes to Paradise, goes to Themyscira and is like, hey mom, need some help. And then we kind of see the background of what's going on with the planning of Hera, the goddess Hera, who is kind of scheming and planning and is really, really mad that Zola is pregnant with her husband's child. Stay with me. Stay with me. In these first 4 issues, we learn in this New 52 kind of reboot, retelling, whatever you want to say, that Diana is Zeus's daughter. Huh? The problem of these first 4 issues, I will break it down into kind of 3 things. The changing of Diana's origin story, this weird kind of parental sibling drama happening, very novella-esque. And the third thing, Zeus being an absent father in this story by like design and intention. Let's get into it. That was a really, really long intro. I'm having a problem getting my Zotero to open. This is the lamest thing I've ever said. Huh? Oh, guys, my Zotero isn't opening. My database full of all my research isn't opening. This bit went on really long. It already opened. So to talk about Wonder Woman and the changing of her origin, Elizabeth Ray Cody wrote this amazing book called Monstrous Women in Comics. And I absolutely love the chapter in this book, and I've referenced it so many times, and I've used it in my research so many times, and I've used it in my writing so many times, is the chapter where she discusses the rewriting of origin stories. The chapter is called Rewriting to Control, How the Origins of Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, and Mary Magdalene Matter to Women's Perceived Power. So if you ever talk to a Wonder Woman fan, a real devout Wonder Woman fan, and they tell you why they don't like the New 52 and the origin change, it is something along the lines of Diana's power and kind of like individuality is shaken up a little bit. The reason that she was kind of so iconic in her own way has not only been taken and stripped from her, but kind of replaced with a dull, lukewarm, kind of just like Western family drama. Cody writes, quote, "Pursuant to an emphasis on realism by the DC team, the New 52 version of Wonder Woman could no longer be the creation of women using mystical means without male involvement." In issue number 3 of the new Wonder Woman series, we find the Brian Azzarello version with Cliff Chang's art. Hippolyta has told Wonder Woman that she was made of clay to be the perfect Amazon, that is, no male seed created her. But in issue number 3, Wonder Woman and readers learn that Hippolyta has lied about Diana's origins. Instead, Hippolyta has a consensual and erotic affair with Zeus that left her pregnant. The page that reveals Zeus in this context strategically places a huge sword to block a view of his crotch, i.e., the necessary equipment for the act, while Hippolyta's narration emphasizes, "There was a man," quote. It really is such like an interesting shift that kind of stays in the zeitgeist and in like the memory of Diana a little bit, especially like when you think of like that movie that came out once in a dark time, where this idea that like her father is Zeus. The thing about her is that, like, she doesn't have a father. That's, like, what, like, oh. It's something that so easily pisses off fans and pisses me off too, because it's inherently a takeaway of her agency. Not only her uniqueness, but it's the showcase that, yeah, these women left and went somewhere because they didn't feel protected, and they made civilization and society all on their own. The power behind the origin story of Wonder Woman, of Diana, of Themyscira, is that Hippolyta wanted her so bad. The most amazing and heartfelt thing about her origin story is the parental and motherly love that Hippolyta had. It was both feminine and masculine, and that energy alone was enough to create life that divinity granted upon her and upon the women of the island that get this gift of life. This is the moment in my research when I first read this for the first time where I really kind of solidified what I wanted to talk about in regards to like the bulk of the writing. And it was this quote specifically. "Hello, Lord Apollon." Quote, "It is Hippolyta's unusual maternity that crosses the line into the, quote, monstrous feminine. What made the original Hippolyta shocking was her ability to make a child without a phallus as a phallic woman. Meaning that Hippolyta, as an individual, as a leader, as a woman that took her people, her women with her, has the representation and the embodiment of both this yin and yang, feminine and masculinity traits and aspects. So he ends this paragraph here with saying, quote, "There is no feminist utopia of any shape here," end quote, in regards to this new 52. 1 through 4. And that is not only because of the subject matter, yes, but it is because of the inherent lie that Hippolyta tells to not only her daughter, but to everybody. That is insane. To cover up a, quote, sexual taboo affair and saying, like, no, like, I just woke up one morning, my daughter was born. That's kind of crazy. That kind of inherently undermines everything we're trying to do with Wonder Woman. Move away from the origin story kind of perspective, I do want to talk about the family drama that is happening in these first 4 issues. Like I said, very dramatic, very novella, very modern family. It is so turmoil. People talking to other people and being like, "You do this for me, you should do that for me." And it's one of those things that I understand it's trying to represent kind of like a sneaky cutthroat energy that was alive, you can argue, in Greek tragedy and in Greek myth, but it is done in such a way that I feel like I'm watching Cam and Mitchell. Like, I don't know. To bring up another source that talks about this, I really love this book, Wonder Woman, The Female Body in Popular Culture by Joan Armrod. Okay, pronunciation. This book is not only a very fascinating insight into the characterization of Wonder Woman, kind of sometimes within the backdrop of what is happening in like a sociological history, but it talks about the way Diana kind of shifts and moves throughout the decades. And specifically, chapter 6, Whose Story Is It Anyway? Revisiting the family in the DC Extended Universe. This source is kind of in my research when I realized I am not going to use the new 52 for my larger work and for my larger project, just because reading it and like kind of finishing through what Azzarello wrote, I saw less and less and less of the character of Diana and more of, like I keep saying, genuine just family drama. And it's not even divinity drama. It's not even this kind of large, grandiose, I see you back there, buddy, boop. This large, grandiose kind of like the Trojan War, like the tides are turning and the fates told, like it kind of all feels petty. And especially the way Hera, her argument that she has, it feels petty and it kind of lacks the context and the true wider picture of Olympus and of the values and like the political drama that was going on like in Greece at the time that influenced kind of these, you know, mythological stories. It just kind of feels like a very watered down, like, why did my husband think you're hot? You're not hot. Oh, I'm hotter than you, girl. And I find it very disrespectful, honestly. Ormerod in this chapter writes, quote, "However, as discussed below, true creators writing in the DCEU, Brian Azzarello and James Robinson, hijack her story away from a female-led hero trajectory to that of a male-centric narrative. Strella playfully suggests that the male creators who thrust a father-centric narrative on a heroine's story are working out their own daddy issues." However, Stellar asked the pertinent question, why does this masculine-centered narrative model still recur in contemporary culture when women have achieved a degree of equality? That, of course, is such an academic jab. Dear goodness me, I kind of forgot that part was in there. Ooh. That, of course, discusses, like I was saying before, that movie that was released one time in a long, distant time.
Kalel, no.
like I said, it's just such like an interesting kind of, we're losing Diana and her focus, not even her emotions towards like the situation of being lied to, because she does like get to express that. But I feel like just like in my memory of reading it, to like jump farther than issues 1 through 4, I'm sorry, hold your horses for a second. It's not even that I got bored, but I was just like, is this a Wonder Woman story? Am I reading Wonder Woman? It doesn't even feel like I'm reading Wonder Woman. That's crazy. As well, Armand writes, quote, "The first revision of the character in the New 52 was produced by Brian Azzarello, and it focused on Diana's relationship with the Greek pantheon. To create his story world, Azzarello returned to the brutality and violence of the original Greek myths. Azzarello inserted a patriarchal narrative trajectory into her origin, and he also emphasized family violence," end quote. Kind of jumping off exactly from what this chapter specifically opened my eyes to was the absence of Zeus in this story, done intentionally. It's one of those things that, like, because you don't really see Zeus, and because he's not really a character that's going to be on the playing field at any time, he took himself out purposely. That kind of daddy issues jab. I'm not over it. That was insane. There's a degree of, like, not my fault. That wasn't my fault. Who did that? Who put what where? There is a shift of blame almost, or there's a lack of proper like timing to blame, because he's not there in the narrative. So you can't really point the finger of like, you did this, Zeus. And that's where you have a situation of Hera going into Themyscira and doing what she does to Hippolyta. It's exhausting. It's also exhausting. It's one of those things that I had to take this out of my research, and I really don't talk about the New 52 much, and maybe I will discuss the kind of introductory of Hades and the way he is portrayed and that kind of like little storyline if I have the gall to do so. But it's one of those things that it is so like not Diana focused and so like heavy family sociology 101 that like I said before, by issue 15, I was just checked out, actually. And that's it. Like, read it. Read it if you need to read it. Read it if you need to put it in the League of Comic Geeks, but, like, you're probably gonna get bored like I did. And that's all from Astro. Lady Isis is blessing my face right now as I tell you about my podcast that I'm a co-host of, Comics Unmasked. We are doing such amazing things behind the scenes. We have so many cool interviews that are already up. We are live everywhere on YouTube. We have our YouTube videos already up, and we upload every single Tuesday on every app you get podcasts. Oh, like everything. Like if you have Spotify, guys, I still use Apple Podcasts. That's how I listen to Welcome to Night Vale. And that's like kind of how I still listen to podcasts. I just like it. I don't know. I like the interface. But no, Comics Unmasked is amazing. My co-hosts are amazing. The team we have is amazing. So come on and listen for some scandalous hot takes and for me being funny into a mic, and join our Discord. The Discord's pretty cool, and it is a really fun place to hang out and talk comics. My heart is beating a million miles a minute. I'm so scared to talk about this. What are your thoughts on the New 52? She says I don't read that shit. Whoa!